Guys, we are so excited. We're here at the boat show in Cannes, and we're about to go and meet our new boat, the Catana OC 50, called Mithril. Let's go and take a look. We're standing here on the Catana Ocean Class 50 on Mithril, and we are thrilled to be on her. She's everything we thought she would be. What do you think?
Yep, she's a super nice boat, well built. Pretty high-tech construction, and it's comfortable, it's spacious. Yeah, it's everything we want. It's a very fast ocean passage making boat. It's safe, strong, and very comfortable. So we're happy, and we can't wait to do a passage on it.
We stepped on board the boat, and like everybody else, we were just blown away by the enormous living space that this boat has. The entire back door slides open and opens up this space to become one inside-outside entertainment area. The decks are wide and open, and there are handhelds everywhere. The helm station is very comfortable for 2 people, and you can operate all the lines from this from the helm station right here. And the door slides open so that you can communicate with the people inside. So let's step up onto this coach roof and work the mainsail. As you can see, it's very easy to reach the mainsail all the way to the back on top of the coach roof. This boat is an absolute joy to sail. We went through all the performance boats, the Balance, the HH, the Ultramar, and we were pleasantly surprised. You know, performance cruising boats have come a really, really long way.
Yeah, they're all very nice boats. They're all relatively comfortable. I think the big difference is, you know, the interior volume and space for livability. The thing that we always talk about, because we're cruisers, we're not racers, so performance is, we like to have a fast boat, but it's not, we don't have to have the fastest boat, is the livability and the space. What Catana have done is they've moved to a space where they have a huge amount of comfort and living space. Remember, when you're cruising a boat, you probably, if you're an avid sailor and you sail a lot, in your cruising life you'll probably only be sailing 5% of the time. So we look at the 95% comfort factor, plus we want the performance when we actually are sailing. And that's where we see Catana's sort of position themselves. They're not the fastest, they're definitely not the slowest. This boat, they put the Catana 53 rig was actually put on this boat, so it's a pretty powerful boat that you can get going if it has to, but it's super comfortable. So what we're going to do is we're going to discuss the construction and the materials that they use in the construction of this boat. In your normal production catamarans, you normally would have a balsa cord hulls. You would have marine ply bulkheads, and they'd be using polyester resins because in mass-produced boats, obviously it gets very expensive. The materials that are used in the performance boats. So the Catana is have 30 years of experience. They do what's called carbon infusion, and they have carbon in certain areas of the boat that they deem to be critical for stiffness and for strength. Catana, this coach roof up here is all carbon infused. So if you think about it, this is the highest section of construction. So what they've done is the highest section, they've made the lightest. So they've brought the weight further down towards the waterline. So, that obviously gives you a center of effort. It makes it a lot more robust. Then they use carbon in the bulkheads, which are critical. And I'm going to show you the bulkhead. So let's have a look at that, and you'll see that there are the coach roof is carbon, the bulkheads are carbon, and the chain plates, where the chain plates go, are carbon. So those are the stress areas where you need maximum strength. And of course, if you overbuild those areas, it becomes very heavy. So they use carbon to ensure that the boats are light. Now I'm going to show you a couple of cross sections of those materials. I'm going to hold it like this so you can have a look. So, the bottom one here, that is a section of a bulkhead. So it's carbon, and it has high density foam as its core, so full composite. And as you saw previously, those are your three main bulkheads on the boat. Going up here to the doors, all the doors are foam cored. So the doors on a Catana are super light. Imagine a boat's got 20, 30 doors. If they were solid wood, how heavy that would be. So that reduces a tremendous amount of weight. Furthermore, of course, there's an entire floor. So what they've done is they've put a foam cored floor. So this is all taking weight out of the boat. Also, they're using isophthalic or monolithic resins. Your general production boat is made out of polyester resin. Catana use vinyl ester, which is a far stronger, and it's got more flex, but it's just a stronger and better quality resin. So the boat's built out of the vinyl ester resin versus polyester resin. So all these things speak to a very expensive construction, but obviously they're trying to get the weight out. They haven't skimped on accommodation and luxury, because what they're doing is while they're trying to keep the boat light and very performance oriented, they also want it to be a very comfortable boat for long passage making and for liveaboard. Okay, so here we are at the helm. We got the two start panels. This is an anchor control. So when you can actually drop the anchor and retrieve the anchor from at the helm, and it's great when you're short-handed sailing. We have cable operated throttles, which I like a lot. I don't like to have anything electronic for lightning purposes. We've got a 12-inch chart plotter here, and then we have a 16-inch downstairs at the helm station. There's our wind angle, and here is our autopilot. So it's a pretty complete dashboard here. All these winches are 2-speed. That's high, and they're the high-performance winches. It has a great steering system, which is it's basically not cable. They're using a non-stretch line, so it's as smooth as silk, really incredibly smooth, and it's not hydraulic. It almost feels like hydraulic. It's so smooth. And then lastly over here are our two controls for our dagger boards, up and down on the dagger boards. And then the dagger boards go down in a nice controlled manner. Plus, we have the fillers here, and this is what's called a flat winder. That's an electric winch, and that is what pulls the dagger boards up and pulls the dagger boards down. So you just touch a button and you can now deploy your dagger boards. And it's all nicely covered with this cover. So I'm 6'4", and I can stand up in this underneath this bimini. It's going to have a full enclosure, so it will be in foul weather you'll be able to operate it. You can actually see all four corners of the boat. As I stand here, I can see the two bows, I can see this stern, and if I look down through there, I can see the other stern. So I actually have visibility to all four points of the boat. This is the position ahead of the helm. It's a little like a winch pit. It's got two electric winches here. With access to all the control lines over here. We also have control of these, which go back to these winches back here, which are operated by the helmsman. So you can operate this as a team. You've got this upgraded winch pack. There's 4 of them. You control all the sails from here except the head sails, which are controlled by those winches down there on the gunwale. So you've got six electric winches on this boat. Catana are offering a pretty nice solar array. Catana have done, if you have a look at this, is you'll see that they have solar in 3 locations on the coach roof, or 4 locations on the coach roof, and that's going to be about 1,800 watts of capacity. So basically they're going to be flush with the deck, and we're going to have 1,800 watts of power. That's great because the boat comes standard with lithium. So obviously the lithium batteries have much better capacity than your AGMs, and this amount of solar will pretty much allow you to not have to use your generator for charging in sunny conditions, obviously.
And now let's find out about the boat's performance. Yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised. The skipper who tested the boat in the last 6 months or so, sailing it all over the Med, Benjamin, told us that the boat starts moving in 5 to 6 knots of wind, which is fantastic. That's the beauty of a performance boat, is that you want to be able to sail in lighter air, and this boat does it. And in fact, we looked at the performance of all the other boats here as well, and similar results.
Yeah, if you go to our website, you'll see we did a comparison using a Bruce number calculation, which will give you a good idea of the boat's predicted performance. Catana's right up there, highly acceptable numbers, yet very, very comfortable boats. So, you know, that's where we come down on it. So at the end of the day, I don't think you can make a mistake buying any of these performance boats. We just prefer this particular boat. We like the iconic identity of the Catana as well. It's been around for 30 plus years, and we have a lot of confidence in their experience over that period.
Yeah. Look, I just want to say once again, though, that in our experience, these performance boats is not for everyone. They have more powerful rigs, they have dagger boards, things happen a lot quicker, and you know, so I think, in my opinion, that you have to have a little bit more sailing experience.
Well, this boat has a set of 5 sails. It has a screecher, it has a code 0, it has a genoa, it has a asymmetrical spinnaker, it has a square top main. They're all high-tech sails. There's lots of lines for trimming, etc., hoisting sails. There's lots of halyards. The dagger boards are luckily now controlled by a button with an electric flat winder. We're going to be doing a sailing education on this particular boat in the US next year. And it's specifically for people who want to learn the ins and outs of sailing a performance boat. So it's something you can have a look at on our website if you're interested in actually, you know, doing a sea trial and testing it to see if this is for you before you actually spend all that money.
And luckily, you know, these boats are becoming a lot more affordable. Than a few years back, people would definitely, including ourselves, would look twice about the price on a Catana, but I think that's become a lot more affordable now for everyone.
Katanas are now within reach. I mean, a well-equipped Catana is about 1.3 million. It's a 50-foot boat. Yeah. Depends on, you know, you can get it up to 1.5 million if you start going crazy with carbon, you know, all sorts of additional carbon equipment. But a very, very respectably equipped boat will probably cost you about 1.3. Well, the boat's been incredibly well received here at the show. It really stands out. The points that really make it stand out is that it's got huge living space, so it's a very comfortable, livable boat. The dagger boards are very well designed. It has performance, and of course, most importantly, they've moved the helm from the sterns up to a bulkhead, so that now the helm station is awesome. And that's probably the reason that we decided to buy this boat.
We will display her at the Miami Boat Show, so please come and see us there. And her name is Mithril. We'll be doing the christening this afternoon. Let us know if you know where that name comes from.
Take care, guys.
Take care. See you at the next show.